Hello, everybody. Joe Beganuns here, and welcome back for another episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue. Where last time we finished off Umi's route, which was nice little quick aside. The ending was kind of weird, little ambiguous. At the spoilers for the Umi's route. Don't know why you'd be watching the true end game route here without prior knowledge of all the other routes, but it's kind of like ambiguous at the end there. He's like, oh, I'm going on the boat away, and then like gust of wind, I look away and I look back up and Umi's gone. And it's like, huh? It's like, ooh, how do you interpret that? Is it that she just like went back into the crowd in that brief second, or is she like gone? Because then it's like, well, there's that Umi personality shift, which happens after 4-5 routes, restart 2, where, you got, like, lobotomized Umi running around instead of, little shithead Umi. So does that tie into that? I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not a video essayist, not gonna do a 3-hour video essay on Summer Pockets unless you want me to, in which case become a member today and tell me to, because you give me money, then well, now I'm like contractually obligated to do it. But that aside, I don't know. And then there's those kind of otherworld scenes that we get. Sometimes we've had like 2 of them the entire game. I want to say there was one at the first restart. Like, there's one like the second you boot up the game the first time. And then I believe you get another one. It's either after a route right before restart 2 or at the beginning of restart 2. It's one of those 2. Which is also fairly ambiguous. Like, from our perspective, things are said that don't mean anything yet because we have no context. I'm that guy who's like, context. What was the context in which this was said? Because context is everything. You could tell me the entire, reveal right in the first like 2 lines of the story, but if I don't know the context of in which those words are said, it doesn't mean anything. And that's kind of how those otherworld scenes are kind of leaning right there. So hopefully we'll get some clarification on what's going on there. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be, the breadcrumbs are all there, they scatter all the pieces, and then we as the mindful, media literate viewer will have to then go through and recognize the pieces and then pick them up and rearrange them and, be smart enough to realize what the story is trying to say. Are the curtains blue just because they're blue? Or is there, a reason why they're blue? I don't know, I'm of 2 minds of that. I know I'm getting into media literacy. Like, yes, sometimes I get it. The curtains are blue because the author made the curtains blue. And then other times, like, oh, you could definitely, like, oh, they're blue because, the color makes you think of a certain mood, which helps set the scene for da-da-da-da-da. Then we get into, like, author's intent and, like, death of the author, and it's like, and then, like, over-analyzing, staring at something for so long that your eyes kind of, like, drift apart and you're able to start to, like, see things where there are nothing, which I don't like doing that either. And it's mildly pretentious, maybe, but I don't know, man. I'm not an art critic. I'm not a lit major. I'm just gonna read the story and enjoy it as it is. I'll save the 8-hour-long video essays for those kinds of people. Anywho, I figure that's enough of a little preamble here before we get in. I had none of it planned, just going off the cuff. So, yeah. Let's hop right on in. Alka, whatever that means. How many summers will this make? I've long since stopped counting, so it must be quite a lot. Nothing ever worked out the way I wanted it to. The further I stretched out my hand, the further my wish faded into the distance. With each flap of my wings, another piece of me fell away. What was it that I came so far for? It's just one small, simple wish. I wanted us to enjoy a summer vacation together. That's all. It was such a meager request. To a normal person, I'm sure it'd be a given. But for me, it was something dazzling. Something I would never reach, no matter how much I wished, no matter how much I begged. Falling away piece by piece, as I became me, I ceased to be myself. Uh-oh, going right into, like, metaphysics of the self. Like, I think, therefore I am. Be that as it may, I'm sure I'll become me someday. Bundling up all my feelings and memories into a single feather. Grant me just one at least. Just one good memory for myself. Of a summer I can genuinely say was fun. In this one final summer vacation. And then there's like all the like, ooh, I was kind of on it a little bit in like the first run with the camera out, like, because visual novels, you know, they lend themselves to time loop narratives just because of the nature and mechanics of how visual novels work. You know, you complete a route, you start over, you complete another one, bot, bot, bot. It's easy to understand how one can lead to another. And in the common route, there's a whole bunch of stuff like, man, this island's really nostalgic, even though it's my first time here. I feel like I've been here before, but I never have. Huh, weird. Anyway, let's completely ignore those feelings of, deja vu, and just enjoy a fun, wacky summer vacation and not touch up on those, like, kind of gut feelings and misgivings ever again. Until right now. Whoa there. Staggers a bit as I stepped onto the harbor. I still felt like I was being rocked by the waves, even after I disembarked from the ferry. Unmistakable scent of a fish market blended in with the salty sea breeze. I've come a long way when I think about it. Just as the thought crossed my mind, a feeling of nostalgia welled up from somewhere deep within me. Deja vu, huh? Wait, what's deja vu? I question my own words. Deja vu, right? This is my first time on the island. I learned that it was called Torishiro Chimo while I was on the ferry. I don't know right from left in this place. I'm gonna need a map. And a map I have! I swung my jam-packed duffel bag over my shoulder, walked along with the map in my other hand. I looked up as I walked and saw a butterfly above me. It fluttered along like it was following the road. It suddenly struck me that I'd been watching the sky rather than the map as I walked along. My legs were moving with a will of their own. It's almost like the route to my destination was already ingrained into my muscle memory. Not that I could get lost in the first place, considering this road doesn't fork at all. I guess it's around here somewhere? After walking for some time, the surrounding scenery took on a really residential sort of feel. Kato. My destination was the home of my grandmother, from my mother's side. After she passed away, an aunt of mine who'd been living with her, Misaki Kyoko, sent me a letter. Said that she needed help disposing of my grandmother's estate. A distant relative with too much time on his hands during summer vacation, like me, made for the perfect helper. Are you... You're not really distant if it's your grandmother. If it was like, oh, it's my, great aunt and, like, her cousin asked me to come, then it'd be like, okay, yeah, I can see that being distant, but I suppose it's more distant in the... It doesn't seem like the family has many get-togethers, not very closely connected. Kind of distant instead of, like, degrees of separation. Just kind of, like, vibe. Incidentally, Kato was my mother's maiden name, but my last name's Takahata. This is my first time here, right? This place gave me such a strong sense of nostalgia. I felt the need to double check with myself. Could it be that I visited here during my childhood or something? Before I knew it, I was barely even glancing at the map in my hand. Felt like my legs were moving all on their own. Well, that's just the way it is with a one-way road like this. The roads are straightforward, typical of a countryside island like this. To the point that it'd be difficult to get lost. This must be it. Excuse me! I pushed the doorbell. Nobody answered. I was pretty sure I heard it ring inside, though. I pushed the doorbell once more. Yeah, nobody's coming. And frankly, I'm boiling to death out here. I'm positive this is the right house and all, so I may as well head inside. I moved up towards the entryway. Tap, tap, tap. I heard little footsteps inside the house. The door in front of me opened. A little girl stood there. The girl gasped quietly the moment she saw my face. She stared at me and fidgeted nervously. And this girl. Could you be Kyoko-chan? Yeah, figures. Kyoko-san's my mother's sister. No way she'd be a little girl. Is Kyoko-san in? The girl kept fidgeting and didn't say a word. Okay, what should I do about this?
あら、お客様?
Another woman, this time an adult, appeared from within the house. Would you happen to be Kyoko-san?
あら、もしかしてハイリ君?
Finally, someone I can talk to. Yes, I'm Takahata Heidi. Nice to meet you.
こちらこそ、はじめまして。三崎京子です。
We went about greeting each other formally. She might be my mother's sister, but she certainly looked young to me. She changed her name from Kato to Misaki, so I guess she must be married, but no, better not to be too nosy about it. And there was still the matter of this little girl with a mystified expression on her face. Just who is this kid?
あ、この子は海ちゃん。
I wonder if she's Kyoko-san's kid.
ハイリ君とははとこにあたるのかしら。親戚の子よ。
Okay. Cousin's kid. Sure. Is that how it works? I'm thinking degrees of separation. Because a cousin would be one of Kyoko's kids, so I guess it would be like Kyoko's, you know, brother-in-law's kid or something like that. Good thing I didn't go running my mouth off. Yeah, what's a second cousin? My second cousin. How exactly does that mean we're related again?
親がいとこ同士っていうことよ。またいとこって言った方がわかりやすかった？
That makes it sound like we're kinda related, but I don't really get how.
タラさんとイクラさんの関係よ。
Oh, okay. Sure. Ah, okay. Got it now. I had no idea I had one of those. I never really met with the whole Kato side of the family, so honestly, I didn't have a good grasp on how many relatives I had over there at all. That reference? Whoosh. I don't know, it was probably like something like Doraemon or something. Hey. I tried greeting her directly. Oh, she talked. I'm Takahata Heidi. Nice to meet you.
Umi.
How do you write Umi? With the characters for C?
羽に未来の実で海ちゃんですって。
Oh, that's kind of cool, huh? Let's get along, Umi-chan. What? You don't want me to call you that? Whoops, I made her angry.
子供扱いされたくないのかしら。背伸びしたい年頃なのよね。ね、海ちゃん。
So, it's no good for me, but Kyoko-san's allowed to say it?
私は大人だもの。
Ah. Hey, I'm... Okay, yeah, I'm not really an adult, am I? If I were an adult, I'm sure I wouldn't be in a place like this. I came here to run away, after all. Since some time ago, I've done nothing but run in circles. There's nothing adult-like about that at all. Okay, you win. I'll stop calling you Chan. Instead... Uriel? No. U-chan? Umi-kun? Kun's kind of fun. U-chan, I don't like. That's even, like, babyer. Uriel is... Like, old Umi-chan might like that, but I don't think, lobotomized Umi here would really get it. Let's just go with Kun. We'll play it straight. Umi-kun.
女の子。
She looked less than pleased. Sure, Umi? Apparently, she was fine with her first name on its own. I didn't really get her standards. Umi, huh? I felt a vague affection for that name somehow.
あら、そういえば羽の字はハイリ君とお揃いね。
Oh, that's cute. Oh, now that you mention it, yeah. Guess that's where the affection came from. Not just a rare character in our names, but the same one at that. We really must be related. Or so it said, but rationally speaking, our names and family connection was probably totally unrelated. Unless there's a gene that makes people want to use feather in their kids' names. As if. Are you gonna be here all summer vacation too, Umi?
いる。
Cool. In that case, let's get along for the summer. I held out my palm towards Umi. Oh, I guess I should be more clear. I want you to smack my palm with yours. It's a high five. Do you know about them? Umi nervously reached her hand out towards mine. Her hand was so tiny that it could totally fit in my palm. It hit mine with a quiet clap. All right, nice job.
じゃあそろそろ上がって。家の中を案内するわ。
Great, thanks for having me. And yes, I can tell that Umi's even more, like, in the hole than normal, so we'll see how that goes. We went inside, and Kyoko-san gave me a
ここ
tour.
が今よ。テレビもあるし、好きにくつろいでくれて構わないから。ここがハイリ君の部屋ね。一応ざっと掃除はしたんだけど、ずっと物置みたいになってたから、まだちょっと埃臭いね。
That's fine, no problem. I wasn't just being polite. It really didn't bother me at all. To the contrary, it was kind of a nostalgic scent. Sort of grandmother-like scent. I mean, duh, this was literally my grandmother's house. For the current me, this is just right. No, just talking to myself.
ここは蔵。
Whoa, this is my first time seeing a place like this. There sure is, like, a lot of stuff in here, huh? All of it looked old, too. I was
お
overwhelmed.
ばあちゃんの収集癖がすごくてね。珍しいものを見たらすぐに手元に置いておきたくなるみたいで。ほら、このお皿なんてカッパが焼いたって言われてるんだけど。
Cool,
ロマンよね。
I guess. She was enraptured. Well, looks like my grandmother's DNA is still going strong. And you called me here to help sort out all this stuff, huh?
ほんと来てくれて助かるわ。
The storehouse is overflowing with stuff I couldn't even begin to put a name to. It's gonna be a real task to deal with it all. But with this much to do, I won't have time to think about anything else, which is a relief. Kyoko-san explained what everything in the shed was to me, without pausing. By the time we'd left the shed, it was already
ま
dusk.
た何かわからないことがあったら何でも聞いてね。
Right, will do. Umi stayed silent alongside us the whole time. I wonder what she was thinking about.
そうだ。ハ くんはバイク乗る？
I have a license, yeah. But I've only ever driven at the motor school.
バイクがあるから好きに乗っていいよ。
You're not using it, Kyoko-san?
ずっと誰も乗ってないのよ。一応整備はしてあるんだけど。
Well, that's so. I'll go ahead and borrow it then. Yeah, since I have the chance and all, taking a look around the island on it sounds pretty nice.
それがいいわ。あ、ついでに夕飯も食べてきてくれる？
Dinner? Well, yeah, I guess I can do that. I've been planning on eating at home, though.
ごめんね。私の料理は個性的で人様に出せるような代物じゃないの。
Point taken. Looks like Kyoko-san's a lousy cook. Are there any places to eat around here?
港の方に行けば食堂があるわ。
Well, no
美味しい
Domino's?
のよ。
So, right back down the road I came in on, right? Since I made the trip on foot, I couldn't imagine it would take very long on a bike. But what'll you eat, Kyoko-san?
私は大丈夫。毒蛇は自分の毒で死なないから。
That sure was an ominous way to put it. I'd rather not get involved. Right. Now I think about it, I wonder what she's going to do. Since she got here before me, she must have already overcome Kyoko-san's unique cooking.
カップ麺美味しいから。
Let's go together. It's not that big a deal, but I can't just leave her.
うん。
She seemed a bit bewildered, but she nodded. Looks like she still hasn't really opened up to me yet.
あら、一緒に連れてってくれるの？
Yeah, she's small enough she can sit in front. Yeah, I'd be lonely eating on my own anyway. I wasn't really worried about that, but it was a good enough excuse.
助かるわ。それじゃこれ使ってお小遣いよ。
How much? 20 bucks? 50? Kyoko-san handed me a brown envelope. She must have prepared it in advance. What? No, I can't take this.
いいのいいの。遺品整理という名目で来てくれてるんだからバイト代よ。
That's so? Well, in that case, I gratefully accepted the money. Alright, wanna go eat something tasty with this?
うん。
じゃあバイク出すから待っててね。バイクはこれよ。
A cub, huh? This is my first time on this sort of motorcycle. From what I remember, they don't have a clutch, and shift automatically based on the engine's rotation speed.
はい、ヘルメット。
Yep.
安全運転でね。
Thank you very much. Alright, ready to go? I put the helmet on Umi and pointed it at the bike's luggage rack.
そっち。
She walked right past the rack and started pulling herself onto the driver's seat. That one's for me. You'll be in back.
そっち。ふかふか。
I guess she's saying that the rack's not comfortable. I mean, it is just a plain sheet of metal. I can't drive if you sit up there, right? Without a further word, I lifted her and set her down on the
ブ
rack.
ーブー。
I've been booed. Hold on tight or you'll fall off. I pulled her arms furling around my waist. You okay?
オッケー。
All right.
じゃあ気をつけてね。
Got it. We'll be back.
楽しかった。
By the time we arrived at the diner, Umi was all smiles. It seems she enjoyed the ride quite a bit. Fun, huh? Glad to hear.
うん。
Well, she's pretty cute when she smiles. Judging by her looks, she must be in 3rd or 4th grade. But her speech and mannerisms make her seem younger than that. Is that just how kids are around this age, I wonder?
いらっしゃい。何にする？
ハッピーセット。
Happy Meal? As if they'd have... Oh, wait, no. There it is. Happy Meal is indeed listed on the menu. What would a Happy Meal look like in a set meal diner like this? Could it really be, a Happy Meal? And speaking of which, is it going to come with a
子
toy?
供連れならおすすめだぜ。
As I hesitated, the shopkeeper gave me his recommendation. Now, in that case, she'll have that. And I'll have the katsudon.
はいよ。
I was excited to learn the Happy Meal's true identity.
ハッピーセットお待たせしました。
He set the Happy Meal down on the table. Is this Oyakudon?
親子一緒に行けるんだから幸せだよ。
Oh, that's just wrong. I wasn't really sure if Umi understood, but she had a wistful expression on her face. This is for a kid, you know?
ああ、そうだったな。忘れておれ。
The guy set a duck down on the table. It's one of those toys that float in a bath. Not really what I meant. No, wait. She looks happy. Good for you, huh? Umi held on to the toy duck, smiling brightly. She immediately started sailing it around on the tabletop. She really is just like a little kid. I mean, she really is a little kid, but still. Come on, you can play after you eat. By the time we left the diner, it was pitch black out. I lifted Umi up onto the rack once more and revved up the bike. Brr, brr, brr. But thud. Huh? All of a sudden, the Cub's engine stopped dead. What? Did it break down?
止まった。走って。
Oh, believe me, I really wish I could. Try to crank up the Cub's engine again. But no matter how many times I pressed the ignition, it just wouldn't start. Wait, maybe... Sudden thought occurred to me, and I checked the gas tank. Yup, empty. Looked like we were out of gas. Now I think about it, I let my guard down since there wasn't a gas gauge on the handlebars.
走らないの？
Oh, looks like the bike's hungry now, too. You can keep riding, Umi. I pushed the Cub along with Umi still perched on the luggage rack. Clatter clunk. Well, the chain was making a funny sort of noise. With the engine silent all of a sudden, I could hear the cries of insects all around us. You'd think they'd be at ground level, but mysteriously, it sounded almost like they were raining down around me. I looked up and saw an uncountable ocean of stars above me. Well, that's all I found in the country for you.
星？
Yeah, stars. See a ton of them, huh?
見える。
Umi gazed up at the sky as well from atop the rack. Just then, I heard the sound of splashing water from somewhere nearby. I wonder what that noise was. I looked over at Umi. Wet yourself?
ね
She started pounding on my back without a word. It was as if she was massaging the stiffness out of my muscles. And what did I hear just now? I looked out into the surrounding countryside. I could make out a fence deep within the darkness. Is that a school? It looked like an elementary school's pool. Now the sound must have come from there. Someone there? Beyond the fence was pitch blackness. Hearing noises from a pitch black school pool is definitely out of the ordinary, though. I wonder if it's an alligator or something.
何？
Umi let out a surprised squeak. You know, about alligators? They can swallow a little kid like you whole, you know? Umi was shaking. I think I might have scared her a bit too much. Right, let's go take a look. I scared her even more. I'm such a terrible adult. She was still on the rack, so she couldn't resist. I approached the pool, pushing the bike and its unhappy rider along with me. There was a gate at the corner of the fence. There was a padlock on it, but it was already open, further proving that someone was inside. Well, looks like it's a person, not an alligator after all. Umi was relieved, but really, isn't that kind of scarier? What sort of person would be swimming in a pitch-black pool like this? I'm gonna go take a look. Can you wait right here, Umi? Umi shook her head violently. I guess she wants to come with me. Oh, what a little cutie. I parked the bike and lifted her off the rack. Holding her hand, I passed through the gate. It was a school pool, so naturally there weren't any night lights or anything. I could only vaguely make out the surroundings in the dim starlight. And in that faint darkness, I saw something moving on the surface of the water.
魚
I thought the same thing at first. That there was a giant fish swimming around the pool. A white fish at that. But its swimming was way too clumsy for a fish. It was no fish, but rather a person. A girl wearing a white swimsuit. It seemed Doomy had realized it as well. She stared intently at the swimmer as she moved around the water's surface. I could feel her hand tense up within mine. Even if I wanted to flatter her, I don't think I could find anything good to say about the swimmer's form. But still, there's something pretty about the way she swam within the moonlight. Umi and I were both rooted in place, looking out on that surreal spectacle. Well, she finally noticed us. For a moment, we all froze.
犯罪
She was about to make a dangerous leap of logic. No, we're not.
無理やり連れてこられた
That's really not a good way to put it considering the circumstances. The girl stayed silent, her gaze fixed on the pool's exit. She was looking for a chance to make a break for it. And she'd probably report me while she was at it. This girl's my relative, and I only just came to this island today.
誰
I'm Takahata Heidi. She's, think you can introduce yourself?
うん
She nodded. I guess she can handle it.
海
She told the girl her first name.
海
The girl repeated the name to herself, and Umi nodded again. She was acting so meek, she must have been nervous about something. I guess she must be pretty shy. And you are? I asked the swimsuit-clad girl. We'd given her names and all, so I figured it was okay to ask.
白羽
The girl replied, though a bit cautiously. Kind of felt more like she was talking to Umi than to me. Sure, huh? I had no clue how that would be written. Is that your first name or last?
名前
Before the girl could say anything, Umi spoke. Wasn't sure if she was trying to answer me. She might have just been parroting my question.
どうしてわかったの
But the girl looked a little surprised. Meaning Umi must have gotten it right. Did you actually know it? I was curious too. Umi clammed up. I guess she didn't want to answer us. She might have just spoken up on impulse and gotten it right by chance. Whatever the case, I now knew that the girl in front of me was named Shiroha. Another awkward silence. So, Shiroha, what are you doing in a place like this? I tried forcing a conversation.
泳いでた
Oh yeah, I kind of figured that out on my own. I mean, why this late at night?
うん
No answer. It was like she and Umi were the only people here. It's really dark out, so I think swimming now is pretty dangerous. At the very least, you should wait till someone's around to...
おい
Huh? Koi? Like the fish? Didn't imagine what she might have meant.
どすこい
Does koi! I had no clue what that meant, but that mysterious word still somehow inflicted some serious damage on me. It hurt, like my chest was being squeezed by something.
お父さん
親子なの
No, she isn't. Stop confusing her, Umi.
うん
Anyway, what does doskoi mean? It really hurt my feelings, for some reason. Isn't that the thing sumo wrestlers shout?
どすこいの意味知らない
Unless it's sumo slang, nah.
鬱陶しい
Sorry then.
すごく鬱陶しい
Kinda hitting me while I'm down
こ
here.
の島の言葉
Huh? You mean doskoi is?
そう
Oh, I get it. That makes sense. It's a regional word that means really annoying. I see. All of a sudden, my spirits sank so low I wanted to bury my face in my hands.
どんまい。
Pat pat. Umi kindly patted me on the back. Are you trying to console me?
かわいそう。
Feels like I'm being majorly pitied. I became all the more disconsolate? Okay. New word? I mean, I can clearly tell what it means. You know, it's like console, but like so like the opposite, and it making it like an active verb. Strange word. Right, we should probably head home.
うん。
Umi's eyes were still fixed on Chiraha. She didn't budge an inch. Umi, it's time to go home.
どすこい。
Yeah, right back at you. Gah!
どんまい。
She knocked me down and to pick me right back up. She meekly climbed under the cub's rack. Well, see ya.
うん。
Shira immediately turned her back to us. Somehow, Umi looked a bit lonely. Clatter clang. Once again, I pushed the cub along the road home. Swimming around in the dark like that. What a weird girl. I accidentally spoke out loud.
綺麗だった。
Umi muttered. Oh, you're right. She really was beautiful. Extremely so. Also extremely weird. July 26. Been a while since we've been this far back.
しもーし。起きてください。ねえ。もしもーし。
Ahoy hoy. Hello, who's here? Someone was calling me. A voice I was sure I'd heard somewhere before. Ugh.
Oh.
Umi was looking down at me.
もう8時ですよ。
Well, awfully verbose right now. Or is that just like the fading edge of a dream, a memory, perhaps? A dream? That was Umi, right? She gave a very different impression than the Umi that I know, though. She had the same face, but the way she spoke and carried herself felt completely different. It was my second day on the island. Umi was just some kid I'd only met a day ago. Why'd I be dreaming about her all of a sudden? Yeah! Umi, how long have you been here?
朝。
Did you come to wake me up?
うん。
She's like a child who only just learned how to speak. Like I thought, she was nothing like the Umi I saw in my dream. Thanks. I'll be up in a minute.
うん。
Umi left the room. Still a bit distracted by the lingering memories of the dream, I crawled out of my futon. Looks like good weather today. Through the window, a perfectly blue sky spread out above me. I wandered over to the living room, where I was greeted by a fragrant aroma. The smell of baking bread. I guess Kyoko-san made breakfast? Judging by how she described her cooking last night, I figured I'd be on my own for food in the morning, too. Or so I thought, but when I wandered into the kitchen, I found Umi. She was staring to the oven's window with a really severe look on her face. I didn't see Kyoko-san anywhere, so I could only conclude that Umi was baking it herself.
できた。
She opened the oven door and reached in to take out the bread.
あちち。
Yeah, at least get a, dish towel if you don't have oven mitts. Yep, this is dangerous. Here, let me. Either that or it'd be like a line cook for so long you just don't feel temperature in your hands anymore. You can just grab baking sheets with your bare hand. I pulled the bread out of the oven in Umi's stead. Or rather, the toast. The slightly burnt toast. Do you have a plate?
うん。
She nervously held out a plate to me. I laid the freshly singed toast onto it. There were 2 slices. They were pretty thick slices too, so it was quite a bit of food. I like Texas toast. I got a pretty big appetite, huh? Umi shook her head. Guess she didn't like being called a big eater. Well, they say girls her age are sensitive about that sort of thing after all. Sorry, just kidding. You're still growing, so don't mind me and eat up. Are you done with the oven? I'll use it for a bit then. I think I'll toast up some bread for myself, too. Do you still need it after all? Then I can use it, right? No answer. Difficult age for sure. Well, that wasn't half bad. Umi was holding her stomach, and she looked uncomfortable. I guess 2 pieces of toast this early in the morning was a bit much after all, huh? She glared at me, looking kind of sad. Did I do something wrong? Thought struck me like a divine revelation. Wait, was one of those pieces for me? And we didn't answer one way or the other. Still, I had the feeling that my guess had hit the mark. And since Umi wouldn't answer, I couldn't really thank her for it. The feeling of distance between us was frustrating, for some reason.
あら、2人ともおはよう。
With impeccable timing, Kyoko-san walked in. Good morning. Kyoko-san, we'll be sorting through all the stuff in the storage starting today, right? Where do you think we should start?
あ、やる気いっぱいなのね。でもごめんなさい。まだ私の方でいるものといらないものを分けてるところだから。
So it's still too early for me to help out?
もしよければ、海ちゃんと遊んであげて。
I pretty much saw a request coming.
海ちゃんも一人じゃつまらないだろうし。
Right, yeah. Didn't exactly come here to be a babysitter. And I still felt awkward about the toast incident. She was staring straight at me. She seemed to be in a better mood, probably. Do you want to explore around the island together or something?
する。
How unusually straightforward of her.
じゃあ、二人で楽しんでらっしゃい。
I decided to bring out the cup again. I've only been using it for 2 days, but I've already developed a certain affection towards it. Counting on you again today, buddy. I gave it a friendly pat. Oh, first things first, I better get you some gas. The gasoline stand was already closed by the time we reached it the night before, so I hadn't been able to fill the bike up.
走らないの？
We went to her room to change into her outdoors clothes, and was now staring concernedly at the cub. Yeah, it's still hungry. We need to go get some breakfast before we can go anywhere.
パンを一つあげればよかった。
I mean, it'd be nice if it ran off some good, ethanol-based fuel like that, but not gonna happen. Looks like her stomach's still upset. I guess, yeah. You can ride up here for now. I pointed at the front seat that she'd wanted to ride on so bad last
い
night.
いの？
Her face lit right up. Just until the gas stand, though.
うん。
We rushed over and climbed onto the Cub. I couldn't believe she was that happy just to sit in the driver's seat. Alright, here we go! We grinned happily as I walked along, pushing her in the Cub. So hot. Well, you are wearing like a dark gray shirt and long pants in the middle of the summer, so you got no one to blame but yourself. Pushing the combined weight of a kid and a bike under the blazing summer sun was basically torture. Sweat was pouring down my face.
うーん。
Umi was really getting into it, holding onto the handlebars and pretending to drive.
ギョギョギョギョギョギョ。
Yeah, Kira slide. Oh, drifting with only 2 wheels? Not bad.
ガーン。
And a crash!
でもへっちゃら。
Glad to hear it.
入り。
Someone called out to me from behind. Stopped and turned around, and there stood a girl I'd never seen before. Hey, Kabame, what's up? Oh, something to get delivered? No, something shipped. My ice cream stabilizer shipped, so that way I can make my ice cream again. A girl I'd never seen before. Oh, someone messaged me and told me to reply, so give me a sec. And I'm back. It was very imperative to my girlfriend that I know that we are ordering pizza later, so that's what I had to go find out, what kind. And it was also very imperative that I also make sure to get, Ben & Jerry's chocolate fudge as well. Even though I just made my blackberry and chocolate ice cream yesterday. But hey, I guess it was 2 days ago now. Which it's gonna take me a while to eat through that. It made way more than I fucking expected. That little bucket actually had like a lot in it. Thank God I didn't get the big one that makes like a gallon. That one's probably only like a quart. I think it's about like 4.5 cups. Yeah. What is it, 4 cups in a quart, I think? Something like that. Anyway, that's still a lot of ice cream. Which hopefully my next batch will be even better once I get that stabilizer that just got ordered. Anywho, enough about that. Kamame, hey, you seem to know us already, but you also did last time? Kinda? I forget our first meeting with Kamame exactly, but she also had the very familiar, like, we're already friends kind of thing. But this seems even more direct. Yeah, hey, what's up? She was perched on top of a suitcase. She immediately struck me as a weirdo. Me and the girl's eyes met.
なかなかいいバイクですな。そちらこそなかなかなスーツケースですな。
I had a feeling that that's where the conversation was heading. I had that feeling, but in reality, neither of them said a word. So, have we met or something?
会ってないけど、もしかしてナンパ？
What? No, you're the one who called that to me, right? And by name too, even though we never met before.
昨日そう名乗っていたから。
Could she have met last night at the pool? I guess that means she was there the whole time and I just didn't notice? Oh, freaky. Always leer at women. They love when you do that. I tried staring at her like Umi-chan did. Yep, see, it works!
こうしてください。
But summer love's always just a mirage, you know?
カネロってどういう意味？
Whoops! It looks like my delusions are leaking out. Abort! Abort! For some reason, Umi was glaring sullenly at me from her perch. So, did you want something?
お願いがあるの。これ押してくれないかな？
She pointed at the very suitcase she was seated upon. It certainly was pretty big, as far as suitcases go. I could imagine it being too heavy for a girl. I go to an all-boys school, so in my book an encounter with a girl is always something to savor. But
ナイスマッチング。思う存分押していいよ。
I want you to take a closer look at the situation I'm in.
なんでバイクを押してるの？
It's out of gas, so I'm taking it to the gasoline stand.
そうだね。
Not to mention the person who's riding it.
楽ちん。まさにそれ。こっちも私ごとお願い。
What, she's gonna hitch it to the back? Meaning that she wants me to push her along with this suitcase, apparently. Look, I'm saying both my arms are already occupied here. She finally got the picture. So yeah, I hate to say it, but you'll have to work out something on your own.
本当残念。
Me was staring intently at the girl. What's up?
あっちも乗ってみたい。
Huh? That meaning... what, the suitcase? She nodded.
じゃあちょっと乗ってみる？
All right, here's the deal. We can push you as far as the gasoline stand. We can leave the bike here. You can walk with us. We get the gas. We leave you. We come back for the bike. And then we go our separate ways.
見る
Quick one, huh? The matter was settled before I can even fit a word in edgewise. You don't mind?
全然構わないよ。はい、どうぞ。
We climbed off the bike and raced over to the suitcase
ど
lady.
うぞ。
The girl got off and Umi took her place.
おー、なかなか乗り心地がいいでしょう。いい。このまま走るとなかなか爽快なんだよ。
Now that definitely caught her attention.
お父さん、押して。え、お父さん？
The girl did a double take. No, I'm not. Umi, stop confusing people like that.
ものすごく落ち込んでるよ。もしかして認知を拒否してるとか？
There's no way a wholesome high school boy could have a kid this big, right? It's just my relative. Second cousin, I think?
うん。
She nodded, but sounded reluctant about it.
親戚なのになんだかあやふや？
I never really met before. We just met for the first time yesterday. We're relatives, but our families never kept in touch. This is my first time on this island, too.
あれ、初めてなの？
That's right. What about you? I'm guessing you're traveling? I gestured at the suitcase Umi was riding.
そんなところ。
Are you in search of yourself? Are you searching for yourself?
ある意味。
Oh, was I actually right? Somehow, I didn't feel like pressing the issue any further. By the way, who are you? We've been talking for a while. I still don't know her name.
福島かもめ。かもめでいいよ。
Oh, Kamame, huh? What an unusual name. Though, I guess she's a pretty unusual person, too. I mean, she was riding a suitcase and all. Somehow, a character like her felt totally appropriate for Tori Shirojima. Anyway, I'm sorry I can't help you out right now.
まあ、子連れじゃ仕方ないね。
You mean my relative's kid, right? It's an important detail, so try to keep it in mind. We left Kamame behind and made for the gasoline stand. By the way, why do you keep calling me Dad? You know you're giving people the wrong idea, right? And she didn't answer. No, I really wasn't expecting her to in the first place. Oh, now that I think of it, did you come to this island all on your own? Oh, that's pretty impressive. Despite how she acts, I guess she's surprisingly reliable. On the other hand, why would she have to do that in the first place? I wanted to ask, but I figured that'd definitely be prying too much. Heck, I'd basically be asking her to dump a bunch of emotional baggage on me. Anyway, it'll make people misunderstand us. So, Dad's out, okay?
なんて呼べばいいの？
Huh? Let's see. Stupid Pig is out. Lolicon, please don't. Papa, no. Oni-chan's the obvious one, but I know Ao's already master, but you know. How about master?
主人様？
Yeah, that has a nice ring to it. My heart was filled with an unspeakable feeling of immorality. No, not like that. Not like maid, you know, master relation. I was thinking like a pupil master, you know, martial arts or in life. I don't know.
なんか、いや、
I don't want you to call me dad.
うん。
I think I put her in a bad mood. The stand was right around here somewhere, right? I was pretty sure I'd seen it the night before. Man, though, it's a real scorcher. The weather was punishingly beautiful once again. The sunlight blazed down upon me without a hint of mercy. How's your Hanumi?
大丈夫。
I mean, she's dressed fairly lightly. You know, nice, flowy, loose, kind of summer dress, white hat, white top. Like, she's fine. Well, she seemed fine, but we still need to be careful about heat stroke. And since I was pushing the bike, I was absolutely sopping wet with sweat. Ugh, I'm drenched. It's so gross. Maybe I'll take my shirt off. I propped the bike up for a moment and pulled off my shirt.
裸。
Oh, are you blushing? Better see a little skin? Come on, look! Look! I teased her a little. She pounded on my back. It felt kind of nice. It looks like she was really embarrassed. She must not be used to seeing guys' skin. Hey, can you hold on to my shirt for now? Ugh, your wet shirt? Gross. Hanging up on like the handlebars or on the back of the rack to dry. I passed the shirt I removed over to Umi.
べちゃべちゃ。
You don't have to look that grossed out about it. You're gonna hurt my feelings. It'll dry before you know it in this seat, unless it's humid, in which case it's just gonna stay wet. I kept walking along, topless. Crunch, clatter. As I walked, I caught a glimpse of something strange in the corner of my eye. A half-naked guy. He was sitting on a bench, topless, eating ice cream. My first time seeing a boy around my age on the island.
Huh?
Even though we were close to the ocean, it still felt weird seeing someone walk around topless outside of their house. Not that I could talk. We stared at each other. In the middle of a residential district, two topless boys crossed paths. Now this can't possibly end well.
裸。
Umi was extremely uncomfortable. The half-naked guy smiled amicably. Umi was terrified. This sort of thing can't possibly be a good influence on her. So, hey,
Huh?
you're upsetting the kid. Think you could put some clothes on?
困ってるのか？
The half-naked guy peered over to Umi's face.
来ないで。
She was so freaked out, she hid behind me.
困ってるな。でも、あんたも裸じゃないか。
Now that you mention it.
おかしいだろ？
Oh, absolutely. I guess I should start by getting dressed. No way around it. Umi? My shirt.
はい。
I took my shirt back from Umi. Ugh, gross. The time in the sunlight had left it warm and half dried. Right, put it back on. Your turn.
そんな生乾きのシャツを着るとは。
Yeah, nasty, I know.
あんたの男気は見せてもらった。
So?
だが、俺には着る服がない。
Wasn't carrying anything other than the ice cream. Came from your house here looking like that?
ああ、そうとも。
Why does he look so pleased with himself? Somehow, though, the regal manner in which he bore his nudity gave me a weirdly good impression of him.
だが、あんたは服を着て正解かもしれないな。
What are you talking about?
素人がそんな格好で歩いていたら危険だからな。
Excuse me? An amateur? And wait, what do you mean
そ
dangerous?
れは、
Lumi was looking off into the distance, as if she noticed something. But before I could check what it was... With a sharp grunt, the topless guy collapsed. What? He been shot? What the hell's going on here? Hey, are you okay?
油断したぜ。あの野郎。警告もなく撃ってきやがった。
You seriously just got shot? I looked around. There. I noticed something glimmering off in the distance. At the top of a metal tower high above us. A relatively short girl was standing on top of it, holding a rifle. What the hell?
鼻かかりだ。
Nudity hunting.
お前のような裸で暮らしている男を目の敵にしている奴がいる。
Please don't say it like that.
そう。鳥城島少年団 治安維持執行部
The Torishiro Youth Association Public Order Executive. Wait, doesn't that make her a good guy? It's pretty obvious that the guy who just got shot was violating public decency standards. Shooting without warning is still a bit much, though. Apparently the rule of law is enforced with an iron fist on this island. I was suddenly glad I forced myself to put on that half-dried shirt. The alternative was writhing on the ground in front of me. What's...
おい変態
It was the short girl who'd been up on the tower. She made it all the way down here in a flash, somehow. She walked up to the fallen nudist.
海水浴場以外で服を脱ぐのは禁止されているのは知っているだろう往来を半裸でうろつくな
往来と言っても誰も通ってないだろう
I mean, we're literally standing right here with our bike, so, we were just using it, actually.
お前らどっちの味方だ
The side of justice. Because after this, I'm actually gonna, for real, I know I've been saying it for like the past 6 months, but I'm actually gonna start that Kamen Rider reaction series that I've had on my hard drive, God knows how long. It's like the beginning of the year. It's been over 6 months I've had it. Yikes. I still need to make a thumbnail that I also still need to make for this. But don't worry, I'm sure I'll get my thumbnail assets that I commissioned at some point this year. I don't think I've gotten a single fucking piece of art I've commissioned for anything for this channel. My friends all suck. Well, for this one, I actually paid up front, so they better fucking give it to me. The other ones, it was more like they offered to do it as a favor, so... Because I'm such a good friend that they owe me. But even if they didn't follow through with it, it's not that big a deal. But this one, I actually paid money for, so, they better fucking give it to me. As things stand, I don't really feel like going up against the girl with the rifle. You know what they say, go with the flow, right?
貴様反省の色がないな
The short girl mercilessly levied her rifle at the half-naked guy.
生まれ変わったら次の人生は服を着て生まれてくるんだな
But everyone's born naked, right? I've been glared at. Just a metaphor, you know. I thought it sounded cool.
お前結構かっこ悪いな
Yeah.
まずは貴様からだ
The short girl aimed her gun directly at the half-naked guy's eyes and pulled the trigger. Youch! I couldn't help but worry about the way she said first. The short girl finally noticed Umi and lowered her rifle. Then she took another, longer look at me.
お前は確か加藤さんのとこに来ている
Oh, you know about us? My name's Takahata Hailey.
ハイリーなかなか輝いた名前だな
Absolutely not my fault.
いやそのセンスは嫌いではない私の相棒にも負けていないぞ
She posed proudly with her rifle.
ハイドログラディエーターカイ
I guess that's supposed to be your rifle's name?
水の剣闘士カイという意味だ
How's a gun supposed to be a gladiator exactly? That definitely caught her off guard.
すげえ飲み気をたじろがせやがった
Are you falling for us? No, Miki.
こいつの名前野村美希だから略して野美希ああ俺は三谷良一だよろしくな
You too, Yorichi.
誰だそれ
I tried the abbreviating thing. Hope you like it.
正直困るネーミングセンスだ
Yeah, Mio doesn't really flow off the tongue. Leave it to a Japanese person to not say no outright. Or, I guess he might just be a nice guy who cares about people's feelings.
それでこっちの小さい子は
Can you introduce yourself?
海
かわいい名前だな
Yeah, do you have like a family name though, Umi? You seem to just go by Umi. Umi slowly backed away from Yoichi. Mio. Ugh, God, that doesn't flow at all. Yoichi.
なんで
It's like as soon as you get the you gotta immediately roll your tongue back for the Ugh, it like sticks in the middle of your mouth when you try to do it. I don't like that. Very unnatural.
どういう関係なんだ
Umi stared at me for a moment. Then she pointed and said,
ご主人様。
不穏な呼び方が聞こえたぞ
"Oh, good thing we didn't go with Lolicon."
さすがにまずくないか？
Umi's dream job is to be a maid. I shamelessly lied my ass
そう
off.
なのか
違う。
違うらしいぞ。
Yeah, I lied. Resistance was clearly useless. Umi and I are second cousins, apparently. Families never really interacted much, so we actually only met each other
たっ
yesterday.
た一日の縁であの呼び方なのか
末恐ろしい。
ところでそのバイクにガソリンを入れたいんじゃないかスタンドはその先を右に曲がったところだ
Really? Oh, thanks for letting me know.
早く行くといい
No, you started pumping up Hydro Gladiator
その
Kai.
子がいるとできないことがある
俺がガス下まで案内するぜ。
Not with that shirt, you ain't. Sure, you told me where it is, so nah, I'm good.
海ちゃん、俺と一緒にいたいよな。
Nope.
バイバイ。
そんな。
Okay, later. I pushed Umi and the bike towards our objective. Just as I turned the corner and Nomiki and Roichi vanished from view, an explosive noise and a scream shook the brilliant blue sky. The Cub drove along smoothly, now full of gas. And now we gotta go meet Ao in the field, yeah? Feels nice, huh, Umi?
いい。
Umi was perched on the luggage rack and looked like she was enjoying herself. This place sure is empty. It was the middle of the day, but there wasn't a single person around. What a tranquil place. Huh? I slammed the brakes, and Umi was thrown into my back. Sorry, you okay?
ぶっころ。
That's not a phrase little girls should be using. I made sure Umi was safe, then killed the engine and got off. I walked back a short ways down the road. The thing that caught my eye was lying on the ground. Ah, where's some shaved ice when you need it? Is she dead?
寝てるだけ。
Yeah, figures. People really take it easy out in the country. Taking a closer look, I could tell that she was breathing properly. Her chest rose and fell. Her chest. Her like heaving massive chest. Yes, I know. Pap. For some reason, Umi kicked me in the calf. Huh? Looking again, I almost thought there was some sort of animal sleeping cuddled up next to her. Had a big, long, fluffy tail. Plenty of ears, too. Is that a fox? I wasn't totally certain. Suddenly, the girl began to stir. She teetered, then slowly sliding towards the ground. Gotcha! I reflexively reached down and caught her before she hit the ground. The girl in my arms cracked her eyes open. Huh?
あ
For a second, she looked like she drifted off again. But then her eyes snapped wide open. Her cheeks flushed pink.
子供が見てる前じゃダメ。
Yeah, Umi, go back to bed. Close the door on your way out. She mumbled something incomprehensible.
ダメ。
Oh, you want to watch? For some reason, Umi puffed up her cheeks and pulled on my arm. Ah. She yanked me away, and I lost my hold of the girl. The girl fell face first into the dirt.
信じらんない。女の子の顔を地面に叩きつけるなんて正気。
I don't know, it was kind of funny. It wasn't so much a throw as gravity doing its job, really.
っていうか、誰？
She rubbed her head and inspected me suspiciously. My name's Takahata. I'm here to help clean out my grandmother's estate.
ああ、加藤のおばあちゃんのお孫さんね。
Small island or not, she figured out impressively quickly. Maybe total strangers, but we still shared some sort of connection. And this kid here's... I was about to introduce her to Umi.
ちょっと今何時？
Just a bit after 2.
バイト遅刻する。いいな、起こしてって言ったのに。
She scolded the fluff ball at her feet. The animal's eyes popped open at the sound of her voice. That's a lot to ask for an animal, isn't it?
この子は賢いからある程度のことはできるのよ。
I wanted to say, if she could handle it, you wouldn't have overslept, but I thought better of it.
じゃあ私急ぐから。いなり行くわよ。
Pump on indeed. The way it barked was more than a bit abnormal. Ignoring my skeptical look, the girl and her mysterious animal companion ran off.
キツネさん行っちゃった。
Yeah, don't touch that thing. Huh? Is that seriously a fox?
うん。
What was up with that bark then? The classic kong kong style of barking was too important to a fox's identity to just be thrown away. Fox calls aside, that girl sure lost her cool. She completely scattered the calm atmosphere. Or so I thought for a moment. Then I remembered the girl with the rifle and the guy that was walking around half naked. This island is, how to put it, lively. The wind felt so nice while I was driving the bike around, so I got a bit too into it and ended up taking us all over the island. We've come a pretty long way, huh? The sun was just setting. My second night on the island was about to begin. And we hadn't said a single word for quite a long while. She was in such a good mood at first, but it didn't last. Was there something else you wanted to do today? I couldn't tell if that meant yes or no. My question went in one ear and out the other. Sort of seemed like she was searching for something. But she couldn't clearly explain what it was. It was frustrating, honestly. Yep, that's dealing with kids.
ただいま。
We're home. Guess Kiko-san's not back yet. Maybe she's still out sorting through the shed? Must be tough working so late. Felt kind of bad that I spent the whole day wandering around the island. As soon as we got back, we went and brought something from her room. She was totally fixated on it. Looked like a piece of paper or something. She kept nodding to herself as she read it. What's that?
手紙。
Did your parents write it for Kyoko-san or something?
違う。
Then, is it from a friend?
いない。
I felt like I crossed the line with that question. Don't worry about it. I tried to be sympathetic, but I'm not sure it got through to her.
戻ってたの。
Kyoko-san walked in. Have you been working in the shed all day?
そうなの。でも今日の分は終わり。
Oh, good work then. How's it looking? Maybe we'll get a chance to help soon?
あそこは真靴ね。とにかく物が多すぎて。
Kyoko-san let out a long sigh and hung her
た
head.
まらないわ。
She was faintly smiling. I started to wonder if I'd ever get to help out at all. I'm sorry. I must be hungry.
ご飯どうしようか。
You said your cooking's not great, right?
個性的なのよ。でも親戚だし大丈夫かな。
Does it like make your mouth burn, but it's not spicy, it's just burning? I guess we'll find out? Pretty sure that's not how genetics work. Honestly, I had no confidence in her whatsoever.
ご飯。
Umi gave me a worried look. She's trying to say she wants to eat soon? Oh, looks like Umi's hungry too. So let's gamble on your uniqueness.
そうじゃあ頑張るわね。
Kyoko-san vanished into the kitchen. For some reason, Umi just sat there the whole time we waited for dinner, silently trembling. bit less than an hour later, the table was full of Kyoko-san's cooking. It looked normal, at least. Didn't smell bad either. I was relieved. Thought everything would be fine.
あらまあ
Ugh.
大丈夫？
Umi and I were down for the count. It was like I was a numb, burning hot, and freezing cold all at the same time. It started in my stomach and slowly spread out through my entire body. Kyoko-san, in the natural world, poisonous creatures usually warn predators away with their looks.
あら
Could have at least looked like it tasted. I blacked out a moment later, and my second day on the island came to an end. Did it freeze? Ooh, that was scary. Ugh. The next morning, I woke feeling unexpectedly refreshed. It was like my sickness after last night's dinner had been a bad dream. Maybe my body purged all the toxins overnight. Thank you, liver. I've heard about a concept in Eastern medicine called a healing crisis. It's a phenomenon where you feel terrible for a short period before suddenly and fully recovering. I'm not gonna say all Eastern medicine is like fucking quack shit, but a good amount of it is. Like, one thing I've heard from people who spend, like, time in Japan is, like, you go to the pharmacist to get shit, and you can get, well, depending on the pharmacist, they'll either give you, like, normal, you know, pill medicine, or they'll just give you, like, random bullshit, and it's just, like, roots and herbs, and you have to, like, fucking grind it down yourself and, like, make your own fucking traditional medicine. It's like, don't fucking give me that. Give me some, like, long compound chemical name that I can't fucking pronounce. Like, I'm sure there's, like, extracts and chemicals in those plants that do, like, something similar and probably help, like, herbal tea type shit. But I don't want that. I want the most, like, chemically fucked up, like, biological, like, thing you can give me. That just, like, throws my body into complete disorder, but does the job. Like, fuck off with that fucking hippie bullshit. Anyway, might be that Kyoko-san's cooking has the power to induce a forced healing crisis. Except that all that's ridiculous. To the contrary, her cooking's downright scary. Right, let's at least see what I can find for breakfast.
おはよう
Yeah, morning. How are you feeling?
平気
Well, you're a lot better than fine, I'd say. Looks like you're in great shape today. Kyoko-san's cooking really must have some kind of Chinese medicine element to it. And that said, no way am I eating it again. Glancing around, I noticed the dining room table was set with bread and milk. Nice and easy on your stomach. It was the sort of pastry bread that comes in plastic bags.
朝ごはん
And that's like 600 calories apiece. Did Kyoko-san buy it for us?
うん
I guess this is what breakfast is gonna look like from now on. Honestly, I'm relieved. I don't feel like we're on a stakeout eating like this.
張り込み
Steak sounds good. Haven't you ever seen one on TV? Like, when detectives stand and watch outside a criminal house? That's called a stakeout.
お知ってる
I guess you remember. Louie picked up her bread and milk and stood up smiling. She went over and hid behind the sliding screen.
じー
She stuck her face out halfway from her hiding place and stared at me.
はんまだ動きはないはんはん
Huh? Wait, am I the bad guy?
まずい気づかれる
Yep, cover's blown. She quickly slipped back behind the screen. No, I mean, I already noticed you, right? She leaned out, just a tiny bit again.
はん
Munching on a piece of red bean bread all the while.
あらまあ立ってご飯食べたらお行儀悪いわよ
She got scolded. Umi's first stakeout was a tragic failure.
朝ごはんそんなもので大丈夫だった？
I mean, it's alright. Like, I'd like maybe some fruit. Maybe... Does milk count as a protein? I don't think so. There might be some protein in milk, but I wouldn't count it as a protein. You know, the carbs is good, the dairy is good, especially if it's like skim or 2%. But at least like a banana to go with it to get some like natural sugars and potassium. And like I said, a protein. Gotta balance your diet. Yeah, it's totally fine. Better than last night's dinner anyway.
それならよかった。そういえば明日からラジオ体操があるのよ。
Radio calisthenics, huh? A classic staple for a summer routine. That said, I stopped participating back in elementary school, so they feel more nostalgic than anything else.
この島のラジオ体操はすごいわ。
Do they really change from place to place?
ハンコと一緒にいろいろなものがもらえるのよ。
Not just like notebooks and pencils, you mean?
それはもらってのお楽しみね。
Well, she was really talking it up, and I was actually sort of curious. So what sort of stuff are they giving out?
よかったら海ちゃんと行ってみたら？
Radio calisthenics with Umi, huh?
ラジオ体操。
Wanna go?
うん
Okay, let's give it a look then.
うん。
I was roped into going. It really has been ages since I've done this sort of thing, though. I might be looking forward to it, just a bit. So, what should I do for today? There's gotta be something for me to help with in the shed by now, right?
今日もまだ大丈夫かな？
Yep. My turn's still far off in the future. Why'd you even call me here? With nothing better to do, I watch TV. They only get 4 channels out here. Man. Plus, none of the programs I like to watch at home are on. Yep, gotta watch reruns of like old fucking like 80s shows. That's the only thing they're playing out in the boonies like this. That and like conservative news channels. Great. We had to take Fox News off my grandmother's like cable package because she was like getting fucking paranoid and crazy. Like, I don't know, my sister was like taking the family down to like Tennessee to go camping or something, and she was fucking worried sick. She's like, don't you know how dangerous it is? And it's like okay, we gotta get you off this shit. So no more cable news for grandma. She can read the local newspaper. Sure is the countryside, all right. For now, I put on some public access kids show. Amy was watching me stealthily from a little ways away. She looked like she was interested, but didn't try to move any closer. Hey, wanna watch some TV together? No, not that there's anything good on. I called out to her.
いい。
Her reply was kind of cool. Cold. I guess she's looking at me, not the TV. I wonder what her deal is. Not going outside to play or anything?
しない。
Huh.
うん。
I couldn't get a conversation going. It was like she was avoiding me, but also wanted my attention. I had no clue what to say. Kyoko-san was shut up in the shed and would probably be in there for a while. Every once in a while, I could hear weird noises coming from that direction, which made me all the more unwilling to go check in on her. Should I take Umi on a ride around the island again? Trying to escape from the silent pressure of the situation, I changed the channel. Ugh. My hand froze on the remote. An indoor pool appeared on the TV screen. It was an island news, but rather a program about the high school swimming club that had been selected to represent the prefecture. As footage of the qualifiers played, I felt like something was squeezing my chest. Bitter memories came rushing back to me. Creak. When I came to my senses, I realized I'd been gripping the remote so tightly my hand hurt.
泳ぐの？
Huh? The sudden, nearby voice caught me by surprise. It had come closer while I wasn't paying attention. She was looking back and forth between me and the TV. No, I don't swim anymore. I changed the channel randomly as I answered. Ended up on some weird regional travel program. I wasn't really interested, but I was only stalling in the first place, so I didn't care what was on. I looked over. Umi was sitting right next to me. Her gaze was fixed on the TV. Is this show interesting? Yep. Boring. Figures. But even so, she didn't budge from my side. I watched in silence for a while, too. This really is super boring, huh? Just having someone beside me was somehow reassuring.
お腹すいた。
Umi muttered. Well, you did only have a piece of bread and milk for breakfast. Oh, it's almost noon, now that you mention it. The day was passing by. The day was passing by before I knew it. I accidentally idled away the whole morning watching TV. Happens to the best of us. What should we do for lunch? Kyoko-san's probably still working away in the shed. When I mentioned Kyoko-san's name, we started quietly shivering. Should I make something? Umi nodded over and over like a bobblehead. But, well, honestly, I don't have much confidence in my cooking skills.
京子さんよりは。
You think anything would be better than hers? It's not like we can eat out every meal. Let's see, if I can polish up a new skill this summer. Guys who know their way around the kitchen are supposed to be popular anyway. Not that it'll do me any good in boys' school. Is there something special you want to eat?
チャーハン。
Fried rice, huh? I'm sure I can throw together something that I'm sure I can throw something that easy together. There we go. Get my words mixed up. Just mix up rice and some other stuff in a pan, and you're basically done. All right, I'll give it a shot. Try to hype myself up, but... Huh? Wait, what sort of pan do you use for fried rice? How am I supposed to cut the vegetables real small? What's fried rice supposed to taste like? A little salty. How much oil should I use? Frying it, so why is it all gooey? Take the pan and... Yeah! Ah, crap, it went everywhere! It's all in the wrist with the wok. I actually don't know how to cook using a wok. I just made that up. It's finished! Somehow, the rice had been reduced to about a third of its original volume. It was fragrant, to put it nicely. Amy stared at the plate, a solemn look on her face.
いただきます。
How is it? Tasty?
7点。
Out of...
100。
Oh, that's so low it hurts.
もういらない。
One bite. She's barely eaten any, but Umi still put her spoon down. She tried to work through the remaining fried rice. Let's see. This is nasty. 7 out of 100 was right on the mark. Alright, what's next? After finishing lunch and cleaning up, I once again had nothing to do. Maybe I'll go exploring again. I've already been around most of the island, nothing else came to mind. I'm sure there are still places I could take a closer look at. How about you, Umi?
行く。
Go where? Wherever you're going. She's staring at me again. Does she mean she'll go with me? I did tell Kyoko-san I'd keep her company yesterday, but did that promise carry over to today too? I really didn't come here to babysit. Well, leaving her on her own would leave a bad taste in my mouth too. Want to go out together?
うん。
Umi nodded. That clears things up. She definitely wants to come along. She didn't act exactly seem attached to me, but she followed me around without ever moving too close or too far away. There was a fuzzy, ambiguous distance between us. Okay then, let's go for another ride.
終わる。
The cub, which I had thought of as my trusty partner, was running smoothly again. Is there anywhere you want to go? I called back to Umi.
うーん。
She She sort of just hummed in reply. All right, random it is. Is this really that fun for her? We idly wandered around the island's roads, the sun burning us all the while. We were so quiet, I got worried she'd fallen off the rack a couple times. Whenever I looked over my shoulder, Umi was always staring off into the distance somewhere. No, not staring exactly. It seemed like she was searching for something. Now I think about it, we haven't been this way before, have we? I finally found something new. A lighthouse made of stone. Well, that's kind of rare. Is it? What do you think, Umi? We looked up at the lighthouse, but it seems she didn't have any real impression of it one way or another. Hey, you sure don't have anywhere you want to go? Or anything you want to do? I couldn't tell if that meant yes or no. I guess it can be pretty hard for little kids to communicate what they want. She looked heartbroken.
お客さんでしょうか?
Huh? I heard a voice behind me. Turning around, I saw two girls there.
こんにちは。この島の人じゃないようだけど、旅行の方かな?
Something like that. What an unbalanced pair. Oh, sorry. Is this place off limits?
いえ、もう使われていない灯台です。なのでバレません。
Meaning it's off limits, right?
もぎゅ、しずく。もしかしてこれまで私はずっと悪いことをしていたのでしょうか?
Probably. I think you're like technically squatting, but...
大丈夫よ。バレていないということはしていないということと同じだ
But
か
you're
ら。
not like shooting up and stripping the copper wire, so I don't think anyone really cares.
つまり、紬は悪いことをしていないわ。そうですか。ほっとしました。
You're not exactly the best influence, are you?
何をおっしゃるんです。雫は生徒会長をしているんです。悪いことをするはずがありません。するわよ。するんですか？生きているんだもの。
Yep.
罪を犯しちゃうわ。
So you just ask God for forgiveness, and then it all comes out in the wash. That's kind of deep.
むぎゅ。
In the instant, I witnessed a girl's trust shatter before my eyes, replaced with despair.
ごめんなさい。
Oh, me? I'm Takahata Heidi.
ハイリくんね。私は水織しずく。彼女は紬ベンダースよ。むぎゅ。紬です。
Yep. It looks like you're still in shock. Judging by her name, she must be foreign, or maybe she's half Japanese? This girl's my relative, Umi. I pointed at Umi, who was hiding behind me.
海です。ほー。
You can't keep her.
とてもちっちゃくて可愛いですね。
Smoogie's eyes sparkled when she saw Umi. It was like she'd totally forgotten her shock from a moment ago.
海さんは高原さんに誘拐されたんですか?
Really? Rude.
ところでパイリ君はこの島には観光に?
No. I came here to help sort through my dead grandmother's estate. Wait, what did you just call me? Did I mishear her?
パイリ君?
She said it without hesitation or malice. It was totally natural. And actually maybe even more uncomfortable.
ねえ、パイリ君はおっぱいについてどう
Love
思う?
him. Huh? Like I'd suddenly stumbled into a parallel
おっ
dimension.
ぱいは好き?
She asked me with a soft smile. Soft like a boob. Of course I love him. Yeah, of course I like him. Somehow, astonishingly, I answered honestly. My answer was as clear as the blue sky above. Even I was surprised that I could talk about liking boobs so straightforwardly. But it's the truth. This is the real me. This might be the first time I've ever been able to express myself this honestly. I like boobs.
おっぱいはね、すべてを包み込んでくれるの。君の名前がそうであるように。
Sorry, I'm not really following your logic there. What's up with this girl's absolute unparalleled faith in boobs? I get the feeling that her love of boobs was on a totally different level than that of an average aficionado. Anyway, look, there's a little kid here, so do you mind chilling out with the boobs for a bit?
それもそうね。パイリ君は気遣いのできる紳士ね。
Looks like she's pretty set on that name.
高原さん、遺品整理ということは加藤さんのご親戚ですか？
Yeah, your friend. Oh, you knew my grandma?
はい、とてもお世話になっていました。
Huh. To be honest, I barely ever met her. I don't know much about her at all.
なのに遺品整理にいらしたんですか？
I was at a loss for words. I came to run away from my hometown, and that's not exactly easy to
つ
admit.
むぎ、男の子はひと夏の冒険というのに憧れる生き物なのよ。
Thanks for that, Shizuku.
新しい出会い、経験、そういうのを欲しているの。
Yep, gotta spread her wild oats far and wide. Shizuku winked at me as she explained. I figured she was trying to help me out.
そんなことよりつむぎ、今日の体操をしないと。
Exercises? I thought radio calisthenics didn't start till tomorrow. I'm positive that's what Kyoko-san told me.
いえ、ラジオ体操とは別の秘密の体操です。よければパイリ君も一緒にやっていく？海さんもやりましょう。
What do you think, Umi?
やる。
She seemed interested. She actually looked a bit happy
それ
about
じ
it.
ゃあ始めましょう。ふわふわおっぱい体操。
Nope, stop right there. What the heck you're trying to drag a guy and a little girl into?
むぎゅ、よく考えれば殿方の前で恥ずかしいことをしようとしていました。つむぎ、それは違うわ。あえて男の子の前ですることでエストロゲンの分泌を促すの。
Of course.
なるほど。さすがしずくです。
Your biology will take over. She's so gullible, I'm kind of worried about her. Heard a faint sound from far away that I couldn't quite identify. Almost sounded like a school's PA system or something.
島内放送、島内放送。
I recognized the voice. It was that Nomiki girl from yesterday.
と
Had she forgotten what she meant to broadcast? She hesitated.
たかまがらかいじ。
Wasn't that an old folktale or something?
おとといから島に滞在しているご主人様、直ちに役所にお越しください。これだと私がメイドでご主人様を呼んでいるみたいじゃないか。はかったな、良一。
Their fight was broadcast all across the island. Umi glanced over at me. Unfortunately, it was pretty clear she was calling for me. She couldn't remember my name, so she used my nickname instead.
思い出した。高原ハイリだ。直ちに役所にお越しください。
Well, good thing we didn't go with Disgusting Pig and Lolicon for that one. Ugh. I don't think she disclosed my full name right after using that nickname. Now, the whole island's gonna know me as that master guy. If it's come to this, I have no choice but to live the life of a true gentleman. What could be important enough for them to use the island's broadcast system to call me out?
急いだ方がいいですよ。
For sure. Let's go, Umi. She nodded meekly and trotted over to me.
私たちはよくこの場所にいるから、よければまた来てください。
Sure, I'll drop by when I have the time.
そして、ぜひ一緒におっぱい体操を。
At least take me out to dinner first. I'll have to pass on that one. I waved a hand in refusal. We wandered here and there, hopelessly lost, until we finally found the town hall. Nomiki stood at the entrance, rifle at the ready. I stopped the bike and lifted Umi down from her seat.
遅い。
How was I supposed to be on time? Called me over out of nowhere.
海も一緒か。こんにちは。
We were wandering around the island together.
お、来たな。
The half-naked guy Ryoichi from yesterday was here too. He was wearing a shirt though.
じゃあ脱ぐか。
Why are you stripping?
今まで我慢してたんだからいいだろ
I have no idea where you're getting upset. Why you're getting upset here? Huh? Him? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
公共の場で脱ぐなと言っているだろ。
Miroichi threw his shirt back on in a hurry at gunpoint. So, why do you call me here anyway?
今夜集まりがあるんだ。
A get together?
ご主人様と海の歓迎会だ。ゲセン、まるで私が召使いのようだ。
You can just call me Takahata or the Hydra, you know.
そうか？なら高原。
She put me at a reasonably comfortable social distance. So, Umi and my welcome party, you said? We're not moving here or anything, you know?
ああ、この島に長く滞在する旅行客は渡りの人と言われて、
Migratory?
とにかく歓待するのが習わしなんだ。
Well, we're happy to hear you want to welcome us, that's for sure.
うん
Umi nodded repeatedly.
じゃあ決まりだ。
うん
Umi looked a bit happy. Kinda relieved me to see her making such childlike
い
expression.
ろいろ準備があるから後で迎えに行く。
Got it. A welcome party, huh? I was all worried about how to spend the day, and then something fun just landed right in my lap. A few hours later, Nomiki brought us to the diner we'd had dinner at the night before. I didn't see the old guy who worked there, but the table's already packed with food.
お
Umi surveyed the various delicious-looking dishes. I guess they must have tried to invite all the locals who were around my age. A few of them were people I'd already ran into. Oh, hey, we meet again.
もう顔見知り
小さな子の前で手ごめにされかけたわ。
You're trying to destroy my reputation?
そうなのか？海。
子供が見てるダメって言った
Umi pointed it out.
なるほど子供が見てなければ OK か
Correct.
そんな子に育てた覚えはないぞ青
違う、見てなくてもダメに決まってるでしょ。この子は時々頭がピンクになるから気にしないでやってほしい。飲みき
Yeah, this group's exactly as lively as I thought they were.
さて、話を始めていいか？これより高原入り、海ちゃんの歓迎会を始める。
Thanks.
どうも
高原は先月亡くなった加藤のおばあちゃんのお孫さんということで、京子さんの手伝いに来たとか。
Mm-hmm.
すでにそれぞれ顔を合わせていると思うが、改めて自己紹介をしよう。
I listened as everyone introduced themselves again. Umi quietly listened along as well. Nomiki and Ruichi were fresh in my memory. The lewd fantasy girl's introduction was a bit sullen.
空角青よ。よろしく。
Sorakato. That's a pretty rare name. How's it written?
空の門で空角。青は早急の層よ。
Very blue name. Azure. Wait, how's that written again? Nice to meet you, Sorakato.
青でいいわよ。
Okay, in that case, nice to meet you, Al.
チック
ちなみに青は草冠に倉庫の倉だ
Huh. Warehouse. Oh, got it. And you're...
加納天然
I know the grass radical. I don't know the character for warehouse. I'm sorry. I held my hand out, going for a handshake. You look pretty scrawny at a glance, but his handshake was surprisingly firm.
お前経験者だ
Huh? No, my innocence is still totally
ス
intact.
ポーツ選手ということだ。
That's definitely not what any normal person would assume he was talking
な
about.
手を握ればわかる握力体幹脈拍それらから推測される身体能力がな
This guy's kind of freaking me out.
天然はこの島屈指の卓球プレイヤーなんだ
アスリートはアスリートを知るって
I don't know.
や
I
つ、
wouldn't really say the best. I say Shiro's grandpa is probably the best. That guy fucking kicked my ass. And then again, so did Kyoko. Her like poison tech is like brutal to work through. Like that chip damage fucks you up.
ってあんた何のスポーツしてるの？
I don't play anything right now. My sentence trailed off.
傷ついた翼を癒しに来た。
Umi? What's with that heart-rending catchphrase?
ああ、なるほどね。
理由を深くは聞かない。ただ我々は歓迎するだけだ。
Kind of weirdly lukewarm greeting, though.
島の採れたての海産物を使った料理を用意した。それじゃ今日は存分に楽しんでくれ。
よし抜くぞー
Yeah, bust out the beer. Let's go!
脱ぐな。
And so the feast began. Rochi tried to strip every time a chance came up, but Nomiki kept him in check. Tenzin and Ao were curious about school life in the big city. They commuted by ferry to a school on the mainland, but mainland or not, countryside was still the countryside. From my perspective, commuting by school by boat was pretty incredible.
高原の学校では卓球部はどのくらい栄えている？
I imagine it kind of sucks though. You have to get there extra early, catch the fucking ferry out, ride it over. It's like a shitty bus. The teacher found a bunch of porn hidden in their club room a while back, so the entire team's suspended right now.
エッチな本くらいで謹慎になったわけ？厳しすぎない？
Yeah, kids are being kids, you know. It was all hidden camera stuff filmed at my school. Oh, that's fucking bad. People are going to jail for that.
なるほど。
そりゃダメね。
Yeah.
女の敵だわ。
Yeah, no, that's... Yikes. Wait, and then that means in your Shimopong route, you went to go hang out with those guys? I don't know about that. Except I go to an all-boys school.
それはそれは。
That makes it somehow even worse. She stopped crying at that point, and frankly, I was grateful.
もう脱いでもいい？
ダメだ。
Why is he so into stripping anyway?
いろいろあるんだ。
Huh? So he actually has a good reason?
暑かったり、動きを阻害されるのが嫌だったり、見せたかったり。
Those are some less good reasons and more proof that he has zero
ふ
self-restraint.
みちゃん、ご飯おいしい？
Umi, who'd been sitting quietly and eating a savory custard, looked over at Ao.
おいしい。
Custard. Now I want some of that ice cream I made.
そっか、よかった。この島のこと好きになってね。
After a bit of a pause, she nodded. But since she'd barely eaten anything, it didn't feel like her heart was really in it. Oh, what's wrong? Do you want to go home? She glanced over at the diner's entrance. Are you waiting for someone to show up? She didn't answer that one, meaning I'd probably hit the mark. That said, there aren't many other people that we've met on this island. Kyoko-san, Samugi, Shizuku from the lighthouse, accompanied with her suitcase. Who else? Shiroha? Her name suddenly sprang to mind.
今、白羽と言ったか？
白羽って成瀬白羽のことか？
Oh, so she's called Naruse? I didn't know her last name.
先に名前だけを知るって。ね、どういう関係？
Why do you look so happy about this?
知り合いなのか？
Nah, I wouldn't say I know her that well. Isn't she an islander?
白羽は、その。
一言で言うとシャイなんだ。だから俺がいると逃げ出してしまうんだよ。
Yeah, I'm sure. How's that?
こうなるからだー
Bam!
公共の場で脱ぐなと何度も。
待ちな。ここは私有地で敷地内でしかも屋内だった。
Yeah, no shirt, no shoes, no service.
だから脱いだところで誰の迷惑にもならない。
正論は。
Aren't restaurants considered public venues, though?
暑苦しい。
ご飯の味が落ちる。変態。
Yep.
だらけだったか。
ここでは迷惑がかかる。外へ行くぞ。
いら脇腹を掴むところじゃだ。
Were you grabbing him? She dragged him out of the diner.
で、白羽に声はかけたんだろう。
も もちろん。でもなんだか乗り気じゃなかったわ。あんたの歓迎会って分かってたからかしら。
Weird. Kind of a suggestive way to put it. And on top of that, she was giving me a suspicious look. I didn't do anything, I think?
どすこい。どすこいって言われてた。
それ白羽に言われたのか。
Yeah.
あんたどんだけのことを。
Nomiki, you just come back inside, was staring at me like I was some sort of cryptid. Huh? Hey, why is everyone acting so weird?
なるほど。来るはずがないな。
どすこいじゃね。
Huh? It means like annoying or something, doesn't it?
ありていに言えばそうだが、あえて島の言葉を使ったことに念の深さを感じる。これまで生きてきて私は使ったことがない。生で聞いたことないわね。
親の仇になら使えそうだ。
Is that bad? It was a terrible revelation. She came to hate me that much, that short of time.
白羽のことを忘れるんだな。
Yeah, that bridge is burned and gone.
ひと夏の苦い思い出ってやつね。ちょっとくらいならお酒いいわよ。心配するな。
Mhm.
私も目をつぶるべき場所はわきまえている。
You can have a couple shots. Please cut it out with the forced kindness. It's actually making me more depressed. I might cry.
なんでこんなところで倒れてるの？
Huh? I heard a voice I recognized from outside. Umi was the first to react and turned to the door. It opened with a clatter, and there was Shiraha. Ah. You came for me?
違うし、別に呼ばれただけだし。
Yeah, I'm socially required to be here. Don't think too deeply about it. So, that means you came for a welcome party, right?
そんなつもりじゃないし。
Man, I was just getting all dejected because of the scary stuff everyone was saying, too. Don't just stand there. Come in. What do you want to drink? Here, I just opened a new bottle of soda. Huh? What, not thirsty?
どすこい。
Yeah!
言ってしまった。
すごいわね。生どすこい。
Yeah,
初め
from
て
the
聞いたわ。
chest.
わざわざどすこいを言いに来たのか？
That's kind of mean. I was still reeling from the impact of Shiraha's doskoi. Umi literally kicked me while I was down. In the shin, repeatedly. Well, that was weird. After that, the welcome party carried on in a thoroughly rowdy manner.
都会の人間なのになかなかの脱ぎっぷりじゃないか、ハイリー。
Yeah! I've had plenty of practice being shirtless in front of crowds after all.
ねえ、あの二人はなんでシラフであそこまではっちゃけられるの？
よっぽどフィーリングが合うんだろう。
とりあえず撃つか。
You
甘い。
too. He knows where you'll aim before you even do.
バカの一つ覚えめ。
Before you even do. Emphasis on the right syllable in that sentence. You're just a kid with a squirt
ハイ
gun.
ドログラディエーター広域操作モードファイヤー。 なんだか今年は賑やかな夏になりそうね。
何もない島だ。たまにはこういう刺激
I gotta
もい
make
い。
your own fun.
海ちゃん、眠くなってきちゃった？大丈
She rubbed her eyes as she spoke. Yeah, little kids shouldn't worry about everyone else when it comes to this sort of thing. I walked over to Umi as she wiped off the water. As I wiped off the water Nomiki doused me with. I can give you a piggyback ride if you're too tired. She hesitated for a moment, then gave a little nod. She tottered over to me and collapsed onto my back. There we go. Oh, you're light, huh?
夫。へえ、優しいとこあるのね。
しっかりと保護者をしているんだな。
Nah, it's just that Nomiki won't be able to shoot me now.
うわー、姑息。
なるほど。さすがはとか一個。天然、俺の背に乗れ。
いいだろう。
重っ。生熱。でもこれで俺も無敵だ。
見苦しい。
Expected. As the two morons made a racket, he was repeatedly falling asleep on my back. Rapidly, not repeatedly. I was about to say, what?
お父さん
Not me. Don't call me dad. Of all the things to sleep talk about. Well, thanks for putting the welcome party together, everyone.
あ、何もない島だが夏休みを楽しんでくれ。
I'm sure I will.
当面の目標は白羽と仲直りかしらね。
It's a good starter. I don't know how far we'll get along into that, though. After 2 Doskois in a row, do you think there's any hope of fixing things?
マイナススタートだと思えば気が楽にならないか。
No, it really doesn't.
そうか。逆転はロマンだと思ったんだが。
まあ狭い島だ。また会うこともあるだろう。その時仲良くすればいい。
I'm planning on it, but I'm not so sure about her. Can't imagine the kind of opportunity it would take to let us become friends. Summer vacation is long enough that I'll have plenty of chances. New place, new friends, and a new summer. It stands to reason I can become a new man, a new me. I was gonna say a new man. Yeah, I suppose both of us are right, but it wasn't what was written on screen. Or so I told myself. Is it gonna freeze again on the date change, or yeah, there's a little bit stutter there when it loads. Or it might be the autosave doing instead. Butterfly. But, ladies and gentlemen, with this symbolism scene right here and the nice music playing, that's where we're gonna end it here for today, because I don't want to go too long. Mainly because I'm kind of hungry. It's like 3 o'clock and I had to eat lunch. And I also still need to write my report on that that interview I did yesterday. Fortunately, I recorded it, though, so that way I can go through it and make sure my report's, like, up to snuff and I answer all the questions for it properly with the correct information and really flesh it out. But I really don't want to do that, but I have to, because I missed an assignment in that class because I fucked up before, and I can't afford to miss this one, too, so, it's not due till Tuesday, but I want to get it knocked out today. So, with that, that is our first episode done for the Alka route, whatever that means. Unless the name changes and we get more information, I don't know. I'll just call it Alka for now, because that's what it said at the start screen. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, check out the Discord link in the description down below, and become a member today and give me your money. And you'll get no reward other than the satisfaction of you buying me lunch, I guess. Other than that, catch you guys later. Bye-bye now.